Alright, is it actually picking it up? Oh, it did pick it up. Marvelous. Hello. What's up, everyone? How are we all doing? I haven't played much of the new patch. So I generally don't feel like streaming things I don't have at least a little bit of experience with, but I think I've done enough. I have a vague idea of what's going on here. If audio or anything is a little bit funky, just let me know. What maps? Twin Lakes. Let's try Twin Lakes. Why not? Go a duel. A duel to the death! Marvelous. Go challenging. Have us go down here. Or go here, I guess. We have a nice bit of room. We probably won't start with access to... Oh, nice. That's actually huge. That means we'll at least survive the first couple of years. We're going to roll with this. It's not ideal, but it'll be fine. So we pause. We'll probably have to set up our town right about here. Which is kind of nice. It's cute. Because you have our little crossroads here. So let's start by building this here. Boom. If that connect in there, we'll clear out some of that stuff there. We do have a little bit of stone. We don't have much, but it'll be fine. Let's get our granary up. Let's get our granary, storehouse. We should have enough food to carry us through for a while anyway. Cool, get that up there. Get that up there. We're probably going to go for mushrooms first. But we'll worry about that in a second. How is the water... Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Plop the well down there as well. And then we should have enough to be able to carry us through. If performance gets bad, I'll probably have to restart. Cool. Put that across there. And this is mostly going to be our town center here. Because it looks cute. And we can put our market all in there. Nice. Actually, let's do our other thing that we need to do first, which is put down this. And then we can put down that. We'll wait for that to build. Okay, let's get these people in here. Get them chopping up the wood. Let's actually get the next big thing that we need to go. We'll be running pretty tight. Plop that down there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just wait for these few bits and pieces to build. Once we have this other hitching post set up, we'll we're a little bit further away than I would normally like from everything, but I think this is a nice central area to start off with because we're in between our two major food sources. We have our mushrooms over here, which we'll probably have to start. Let's get you here. Actually, on environment, 5345, that's actually pretty good. We have a well up. We'll have our granary up now in a second. We'll build our first set of houses here. Got our hitching post up. Nice. Let's actually move this other hitching post around. Where is it? There it is. Neat. Cool. We have a well. We have 2 hitching posts. We have 2 months worth of food, so we're actually okay for the time being, but we'll get this up pretty soon. Let's fast forward a small bit just to get all this stuff up and running. Cool, that's 1. We can put you in there. We can kick one of these chaps out here. We still have 2 months worth of food, that's great. We're a little bit behind, but I think it'll be worth it. So that should be about 3 houses. Three houses there. Three houses here. That's probably going to be our 6 major. Is that a pic of you in the thumbnail? Yes. It was a joke when I was visiting some friends over in England. There were ducks. I couldn't help but not sigh out looking at the duck. Very serious. I'm very serious around here, Prime. Alright, now we just finished. We wait for these few bits and pieces to build. We're running out of food, but that's fine. We'll just about be breaking even. Cool. We can put you in there. You in there. Had polished graphics. Oh, this game is fucking sick. Like, the longer they go, the better it gets. It also completely understands its player base, because you can do this. What did the new update add? It improved pathfinding by a considerable amount. I can't actually... I've been playing the beta updates for ages. The manor, you can now build different parts of the manor that actually function now an awful lot better. No, you can't fight. You can only walk around. It's thematic. How are we fixed? We have 5 timber still. I'm actually going to set this up here. It's not snap to roads. Cool. And then this will be our little market area. Can you go inside houses? No, I haven't played around with the manor stuff. There's a weird thing where when I reload saves, sometimes it runs like garbage, but then again I was pretty hardcore dogging on the system. Right, let's just speed this up a small bit, get these few bits and pieces built. And now we should actually be pretty much good too. I might have overextended here a small bit. I'm playing pretty recklessly for the higher difficulties. Yeah, snap to roads. There we go. And we have a nice cute little market area. Okay. We are... It's 1 house built. We have a single food that should last us a month. I see. When do you get to kill and fight? Hopefully in the next month. We're actually pretty perfectly set up to do that. Because we got our starting resources pretty much as we need them to. So in the next month or 2 we'll be fighting people. Although we're going to try and rush for it once we get our food situation stabilized. Which shouldn't take too long. Do we only have 1 ox? Did I not buy the other ox? I never bought the other ox. That's why we're so slow. So let's get these guys out of here now. Because we don't need any more timber. Well, we do need people building. It's basically a Total War Light. The combat stuff is probably the least developed out of everything. But it has some really neat ideas that I quite like. I like the ability to set formations to retreat. Or like to push back, quote unquote. Okay, so we're getting places. People are going to start getting hungry now. Let's prioritize this so we can get some food. We've had to set everything up pretty far away, so we still have 4 more bits of timber, but we should get the other cow. The other cow is in. So the basic idea of the economy is you basically revolve around your ox to get lumber, which allows you to build all of the stuff, which is kind of neat. And we'll worry about that as we get to it. But this we need to get this built up here. We're actually much slower. We're 2 months behind what we should be just because I've decided to go kind of far away. Family member joined the burgers. Do we not have any... We don't have any firewood either, so we need to get that up. But we did get the forager hut. Now we need to actually go ham on that. That should be everyone in here. And then we can get this going here for some fishing. Fish fear me. Running out of fuel, and that will be this here. I can't remember everything that they've changed compared to the... Yeah, we're actually getting mushrooms now, which is huge. That should keep us fed. And now we can start growing. Let's get one of you out of there. Get you probably over here in the woodcutter's lodge. Just to get enough fuel. We've actually... Did it rain in the first few days? Alright, slow down now a small bit. Now we're starting to get places. Are there different factions? There's only the one faction, but there's an awful lot of different mercenaries. So you have your mercenaries that you can buy, and you have your militia. The mercenaries are quite expensive in the early game, but you can do certain rushes to get them. I think it's actually kind of part of the meta to rush for mercs. To get early advantages, but I'm more of a turtle in these kinds of games. Germanic, actually, as far as I recall. Let's get you. Let's make sure that we have 5 timber. And that should give us a church, which will mean we'll start growing our population pretty quickly. That's nearly finished building. Nice. Get you out of there. Put you in here to give us some lumber. How much planks do we have? 5 planks. Fisherman's hut is done, so we can swap that over in a minute once we have enough fuel. 7 months worth of food. So we're actually okay until next year. But now we have another family in, so we're actually going to put you into this for now. We need to have 1 family spare so we can send them off to keep an eye on the ox. 20 planks, nice. We can actually take you out of here. And we build a church. Hey, if they ever do add multiplayer, you better believe I'm going in on this. God, multiplayer in this game would be so stupid. I would be so happy. Set that up there for a fancy house. Cool. A couple of houses can be built in there. Yeah, that's the church being built, so we can start actually building other houses as well, because we have a little bit of timber. Let's actually make this a little bit different. There we go. Nice. Oh, come on. Build that the way I want it. Fuck you. So we actually need one more timber for that. That's fine. I did take you out of there. I did, yes. And let's start getting some of fish. Oh god, if they ever did add multiplayer though, that would be funny as fuck. We'll get one here, one here. Cool. Neat. Cool. Alright, well, do we have enough timber? We do. Surely someone will mod it in. It depends. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game, so it's not a certainty. Apparently you have to be super careful about Unreal 5 when adding multiplayer. Lords of the Fallen was an absolute clusterfuck on account of them adding it in too late. So it kind of has to be built with the intention of using it, at least for now. So I'm doubtful they'll add it, but if they ever do, it would be very funny. Obviously, I think they'd need to make the combat mechanics actually, like, a little bit more functional. As it stands right now, they're just a little bit bare bones. 2 months of fuel, we're getting there. And we're getting in our first set of double burgage plots. Which, as far as I know, are still one of the most efficient ways, just on account of fuel. Alright, church is nearly built in around the market because it's super pretty, obviously. Do we have stone? There's stone over here, so we're actually going to gather that next. Start getting ready to gather the stone. And then we can start getting some... Alright, the church is done. That should mean we'll skyrocket in popularity. Which is how you grow your stuff. People move in. Yep, that's grand. We'll be able to put that in there now in a second. 3, 4, please. And then we can put another one then around here because it looks pretty. Cool. Nice. Never mind, we can't do that. Let's set this up here. Neat. We'll build that up there. Will do. Do I not get a backyard extension there? What about here? Bro, what? Let me get a backyard extension. Shitters. Construction cost. Cool, that'll do. Nice. We have people. We have lots of people, and in fact we're going to put more into the fisherman's hut. And that's starting to shrink. So let's grab the last of that. And we have maxed out, we're starting to max out our population slowly but surely. Hitting 75%. To fit more, because I wanted to look, because I want to like a little collection of houses around the church, because it looks pretty. That's why. That's literally it. Because I think it looks cool. Besides, we can get more families into these houses anyway. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, we can get 12 more families in there. And then the next thing we'll invest in, because we have 7 months of food, loads of fuel, is to actually start getting charcoal being produced. Once we have the wood, which we will very shortly. Let's actually get you... No, we don't have anyone in there right now. That's good. Because I'd like to imagine there's a bunch of people wanting to move in around the church. It's the central, it's the most defensible thing in the early settlement. So it kind of would fit. Especially given that it's kind of built into the hill a little bit. Just looks cute. And it's not super inefficient because they don't have to go to the market to grab the stuff. They'll occasionally have to bring things to their places of work and stuff, but will be... Most of our industry is going to be focused around this area here anyway. Because it's close to the granary and the storehouse. Alright, we have 11 lumber. Let's get our charcoal producing facilities up and running. And in the same vein, we'll build a trading post. Cool. Like, this here needs to be pretty... Not, like, 100% efficient, but it just needs a little bit of efficiency just because of all of the bits and pieces we'll bring in across. We have 10. Let's start building that. We also have you. And I think now we can take one of the people off the fisherman's hut. And we can replace you over here with the charcoal. It's a little bit further away than I would like, but it's fine. And then we'll immediately plop a duder in there. Let's get these double burgage plots set up. I know, they're usually like in the center of a town around the square. They're over here anyway. Smack dab in the middle of it. Let's get these built up. And we'll find a place for our manor then in a bit. We have our 6 houses that we'll use for doing other stuff. Okay, that's one of them set up. I will actually put another hitching post over here. Because we will go for 4 ox and 2... trade? What's up, Cursed? Cursed. Eternia. How goes it, brother? Let's start exporting the charcoal. And then we can start worrying about upgrading our bits and pieces here. We'll get one of our duders in here. One of our duders is already in there. Nice. Prius, did anything work? How are you? Just chilling. I've been meaning to try this update on stream for a bit, so... Alright, that's full, so we'll have to upgrade. That's next on our list of upgrades. We need 16. How are we fixed for food? 7 months worth of food. We've loads of fuel. Let's trade. We want to trade up to 100. And then we'll trade this out to 100 as well. And that should be enough fuel forever. Because we're mostly going over double burgage plots. Right, that's fit to upgrade. Nice. That's fit to upgrade. Nice. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get up to tier 3 without importing like a shitload of stone, but that's okay. And we might as well upgrade this as well so we don't have to worry about it. But IDK, here we are. I've heard some really funny things about the Tekken update, and I believe you told me not so long ago some of the things as well. Charcoal. So we're going to start selling all that stuff. Let me just start selling firewood because it's a reliable source of income. Could always buy another ox if I wanted to, but we'll upgrade that instead. And then we can start looking at... How are we fixed here? We're gathering away. Let's start gathering some of this shit. Cool. And that connects back up into there. We need 60 to buy one of those, but we're doing fine for now. And we have one more house that can take another person. I think we got everything there. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate that a bunch of games seem to be doing that lately where they just completely drop the ball. Get you out of there. And now we need to start getting... Get these two set up now in a second. Foraged goods? Oh, that sucks. Oh, there we go. And start getting military stuff set up now because we need to start schmoovin'. 2 little spearmans. Now we're basically, we're on year 2 now. And we're doing A-okay, let's grab you, let's grab you. Grab you. We still have 2 more houses to fill, which we should be able to do now shortly. People are going to get more demanding. But we'll be setting up vegetable plots and stuff like that now in a second. So once we have the money. And we'll get sheep. Cool. Okay, cool. Now, so, let's build, this is a joiner first, which brings us down to 1 person left over. That's the large storehouse, it's the granary, we build over this side then. Cool. Alright. Bandits are going to start coming in shortly. How much timber do we have? 45 planks. That's great. And we're going to need a smithy. A bloomery first. Get your bloomers ready. Have that set up there. Because that's going to be most of our production we want close to the storehouse. Is there a cheat codes for Archangels? Excuse me? What? I don't quite understand the question. Right, we have 72 stone left over. We can actually grab this here as well. Our happiness is going to go down a smidgen, which sucks, but I'm okay with that for now. 15 iron ore. The whole town made of iron ore. The last game I played was like this was Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Ah! I've never actually played Heroes of Might and Magic. Funny enough. Right, the bloomeries start getting our production going there. Let's build that one of them up. Year 2, and we'll start getting soldiers and shit ready in the not too distant future. Let me actually set the production limit of this to 50. That should be enough spare. We do have some iron slabs. We still have 2 tools left, so let's actually get another tool maker. It's going to be here in industries. We want a smithy. Cool. And then we'll work on getting a manor. We'll have some time to actually take on bandit camps as well, which is neat. And we will need to make you a blacksmith. Yes. But we're starting to run a little bit lower on food than I would like. Grab you. Fuckers. It's nearly gone. Under construction, that's fine. And we'll probably build some rye farms as well at some point as well. But we are making the monies. So let's put a rather large veggie plantation here. No? Cool. Vegetables are on the menu. Or we could make it an orchard, we'll see. So we have 2 people up and running, and then are we getting spearmen? Yes, we are. Let's get that up. Can actually put you into the smithy here to get some tools. $40 tools at any given time, and then we can also start trading them. Cool. A little bit expensive. Might delay our vegetable patches just a smidgen. Let's get rid of you. And now we have to send these soldiers. out into the big wide open world. Ideally, we don't want them out in the field for too long because they reduce our production. But we have a couple of bandit camps we can hit nice and early. And that should set us up immediately then to... Oh, shit. Push forward. Look at them go. Look at them go. Look at our epic peasants. They won. Good job, lads. And we didn't take a single casualty. Okay, grab that. And that should immediately take us up to being able to build our veggie plots, which will certainly sort out our food situation. And we'll just send that back to the village. Cool. Send to the nearest town. We get some of our resources back. We get some money. Good job. We'll send you over here. Is there... Nope. Here. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them. And how's the AI village doing? AI village is doing absolutely fantastic. Good job, AI village. It's not entirely crashing and burning just yet. Yeah, cool. You're doing your thing. And we have 2 people left over, but that's fine. Okay, construction is finished. Let's build a vegetable garden. Yes. It's actually pretty clutch that we got the fish more so than anything else. Okay, let's start gathering some of them. We've only 3 months worth of food. We've missed a ton of it just because we've expanded so aggressively. Which is a little bit of a skill issue, but we'll be fine. Three ranks deep. Look at them. Look at our little fellers. Ready to go. Ready to... Put them into shield wall. Ready to go. You defend that minor incline, fellers. I believe in you. You kill those bandits. And then we switch over to this. So they start pushing forward. So they start doing actual damage. You take the charge. And then you immediately put it into push forward. And then you can break them super quickly. Is the idea. Works out pretty fucking nicely. And then we have 6 spears left over. We'll get 2 units of spears. And then we'll look into some crossbows. Send resources to the nearest town. Yo, look at all those resources. We're swimming in that shit. Yeah, we'll grab this one here as well. And we're also getting influence, which will allow us to buy other areas. So in this game mode, we have to kill the lord or whatever. Oh, that's stone. But I think we'll need farming stuff. Alright, how are we fixed here? We can get carrots, cabbages. Get cabbages. You ideally want to have at least 2 food groups because of how the system used to work. I don't know if it's still the case. Cool, grab that. We'll also grab a few more houses. Not enough goods. Are we really running that low? You fucks. Get that out there. Are we 14? No, we're still making. We're still cooking. Joiners. I can make 50 and we will max out that. Okay, put you in there. And how much food? We have 4 months worth of food. Still growing. That's good. And we're going to be starting to plant as well when these guys come home. We still have like a year to wait until we take the first bandit raid, in which case we should be more than in good enough of a position to curb stomp the first raid, assuming it doesn't hit here first. It might attack the AI, which isn't necessarily a good thing, by the way. And we'll get more monies, and we'll try and get another veggie plot set up. And that'll be our food situation pretty much permanently sorted. Although we might actually go for an apple. Shield wall. We can just let this thing do its thing. And look, it's Irish weather. And we might even start investing in an armor as well. That'll be definitely worthwhile. Recharge in. I do wish that the AI would be slightly more aggressive in terms of going after these. I know the Baron is really good at it. And they're broken, and we kill a bunch of them. And we still didn't take a casualty. Cool, grab that. Cool, start getting that up. Smithy, we have 6 tools. And we have a bunch of stuff selling. Let's actually take this opportunity to grab a horse. So we can start sending these chaps out to give them the business. Tree timber. We'll probably have to move that at some point. Are we actually starting to sow the fields? Nope, because everyone is still away. I'll actually have these guys run now. Grab that, and we will also take that. Take whatever they've stolen off of the other guys as well. Because we are both cruel and unusual. Resources to the nearest town, and we get a load of shit. Nice. And now we can run these guys back home. They're finished their summer's campaign. They'll be in home in time for harvesting season. No one's actually moved in yet. That explains why it's so slow. And how are we fixed for food? 5 months worth of food will be fine. People are not happy. What are they missing? Foraged goods and vegetables. And we'll start looking at getting some sheeps. So let's actually build the traders, the livestock trader. Cool, plop that down there. We're mostly going to expand out that way, I think. How's the ant farm? It's going magnificently, Stahl. We've conquered bandits all before harvesting season. Our summer's campaigning went magnificently. And we will actually get another... No, we're going to grab another one of these. So we should be able to fend off the raid whenever it arrives, assuming they hit us. Alright, they finally moved in. Good job. Let's go 5 overstock by 5. All's going good. We got a very lucky start as well. I didn't re-roll or anything, and we got pretty much everything we're looking for. 76, good job. And I think we'll actually finish building this out as orchards. Just get 2 of them. Yeah, we'll set these up as orchards rather than as... Cool. Please be good. You were great. Excellent. Because the orchard is going to be much more useful to us rather than the... Too steep? Why won't that build? Clear that there for a second. Try that one. Let's grab that. What are we shy on? Oh, we're shy on planks. So we will have to send you back in there. Yeah, we're still selling off serious amounts of money. Good job. Yeah, get these as orchards, I reckon. And then another veggie farm over here. Yes, we have loads of timber. We can actually start easing off on that a small bit. Grab that instead. Cool. Plenty of tools. We're starting to sell tools as well. Mag-fucking-nificent. And we're planting the cabbages. No potatoes. The Prussians didn't send them yet. No! That was definitely not what I wanted to do. Fuck. If I'm remembering right historically, most of the historical burgage plots would be just long. They would have long, straight gardens at the back of them. Rather than big, open spaces, because it was probably easier to plow land and stuff like that. Okay. Plop that there. Bro. Why isn't it working the... It was working so well a second ago. No. Grab it here. Grab it there. Oh, this will be fine. Let's try that again, but slightly less terrible. See if that works. Grab it here. That's fine. That'll do. Get an orchard. And we should be set up and ready for when they attack. Should be. Emphasis on should. We're starting to slow down a small bit because we're not quite as well liked. If only because we were a little bit slow getting our berry... grabbing the berries. Alright, 5 more stone left. $24, nice. And then we'll get some apples. Grab that. Nice. Is there still no bit the bandits? Bandits came back. Oh no. Well, I guess we'll have to murder them. Cool. It's only 24 lads this time. Cool. Send them out. Let's get them over here so they can catch their breath. Grab them over here, because it's better terrain. We don't want to be fighting in the forest, obviously. And we also want to be... for... Cool, push forward a small bit. Cool, they will batter themselves against that for a second. Push forward and... oh, we actually lost 2 dudes. That's rather unfortunate. And then we will send to the nearest town. We got more of our salt back, which I'm not entirely sure how we got in the first place, but oh well. Then we run our fellers back to the town. They got the apples. We'll get another orchard. Cool, and then we'll build another farm. And that should be enough, because I find if I go overboard on the fruits and veggies, I just have too much. So I think keeping it around this is fine. And we finally have enough to actually buy a region. Where do we want to buy? We don't want to buy here. Don't want to buy there. Here is probably fine, right? Claim with influence, yes. And then we can send some food out towards here. When we can be arsed to do that. But we're in no rush. We're going to be self-sufficient for a while. And we'll just build another house. Nope. No. That's what I'm looking for. Another veggie plot. We'll wait until we get pears, and then we'll get some carrots here. Did we get these guys back? We did. Good job, lads. Now it's just a matter of getting our population up high enough so we can fend off the bandits, which we should be able to do. We'll probably take some casualties doing this. 35 large shields. How are we for spears? 12 spears. Now we're just waiting for people to fill in. So we should get about 6 more peeps. 6 to 8 more peoples. And now I guess we can start looking at trade. Let's get some lambs. Well, actually, no. We should probably focus on getting... Ooh, that's a lot. No, we should probably do that, actually. Get some sheeps. Make sure we're not on high ground. So how many, what's our pasture space? 62, 47. Plop down a sheep farm here. Things will be kind of tight, but I think we're going to be okay. Fixed here. Let's actually grab... No, let's not do that. We want about 20 lamb. 10 lambs. Let's actually just get 10 lambs. 10. So that's 230. Vegetable garden. Still don't have enough for that. That's fine. And then at some point we'll worry about getting these up to tier 3 so they can be as efficient as possible. Because we get the extra labor. I could turn them... I do need to take a quick peek at the developments. Because I forgot about that. Trade routes are more costly. Efficient hunting camps, no. Increased revenue costs, no. Efficient farming at elevation. Cheaper animal, increased mining labor speed. Artisan efficiency malice, though. Decreased capacity for forged goods deposit. Improved boyers and joiners. Increased militia combat. Decreases mining labor speed. That's definitely not something we want. Don't care about that. That's kind of garbage. Don't want that. We'll just leave it as is for now. We could go with a small holding. Nope. Did you actually slip through the cracks or not? I can't tell. I cannot tell. You did slip through the cracks, you fuck. Goodbye. Good night, sweet prince. And we're still waiting for all the other things to kind of build up, but we're okay for now. We get carrots. We don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket. We want a bunch of different foods. And we'll wait for that because we have apples in the next couple of years. We'll have... There we go. Yeah. That's looking good. Right, you've actually made all of your shields. Let's make small shields. And then let's buy that small shields. Yes, please. Export. Let's go 20. Or 20. Because we might set up a single-handed unit in a bit. Might do, we'll see. Running out of food. Well, next year we'll be okay. Did we actually run out of the... Yeah, we nearly ran out of fish. And we have 5 people left over, but let's spend this... our extra pops a little bit more readily. And then we'll save up then for getting pears. That's what we'll do. But by the time our food actually runs out, we'll be getting some of this stuff here, so we'll be okay. How many houses do we have? 18 houses. How is our environment? 50%. That's fine. We'll probably go goats, actually. Can't tell if we want to go goats or do we want to do pigs. Over here, okay. And we'll probably start going for a manor then in a second as well. We've 8 days until they attack, but we'll probably be okay. Assuming they attack us. No, they're going to attack them. I don't like that they're attacking them, but it's not the end of the world. I would sooner have the... Alright, we got kind of lucky with that one. And how are we fixed? We have 6 lambs. We will actually put one of you in there. I don't know if it matters if we put them in there. But we'll start getting the sheep factory going. Slowly but surely. So in the next year, we'll have all of this stuff pretty much ready and self-sufficient. With the exception of ale. March. Plop you in there. You're continuing to gather that stuff. That's fine. They'll start multiplying soon. Find how much timber. We have more than enough timber. Let's actually move this a little bit closer in. We have you freed up. We can get rid of that. Cool, that's all good. I'm actually going to put a tavern there because I think it looks cute. Let's go snap to roads. Cool, have that there. Super inefficient when it comes to space, but there we go. That'll do. And a well smack dab in the middle of town. And as I have the pops, let's go. We can start finishing off all of that stuff. Blacksmith, joiners. Yeah, we'll start getting clothes soon as well on account of getting sheeps. But we'll be letting them do their thing for a while. Grab another horse. Yeah, we nearly ran out of food. That's scary. But they are plowing the fields. They are planting. They should be planting anyway. Yep, so they are. And we'll have a bunch of cabbages soon. Now the next thing then is go for apiaries. Because they'll give us a bonus to... Yeah, we'll get that done in a second. They'll give us a bonus to all of these things here. Because if we look over here for the meadows, which we're slowly but surely clearing out, crops, orchards, and vegetables will increase to 30% of the combined meadows, environment, and apiary efficiency values. And we're currently up to 50%. 1, 2... Which will be boosted by about 50%, I think, is the max boost that'll give us. So that's all going great. We have how many months of fuel? 13 months, nearly a year's worth of fuel. We're good. And we could crank out the fuel production, but we're actually going to be okay. 82 planks. We have loads of planks. We have plenty of slabs and stuff like that. You're maxed out. Carp, that's fine. We just need one more then for the apiaries, and then we can start focusing on other stuff, like goats, because we're goated. But we'll finish this. Nice. Yep, they're attacking then. That's fine. I could move over to help, but I'm content to let them get the shit kicked out of them for a bit. Can plop down a few more houses. Three more of them. Perfect. Cool. And we still have one more person who can fit into the house, so we'll have a month's reprieve. 43... 2, 3. Nearly. And how many sheeps do we have? We nearly have all of our sheeps. Wellsburg. Oh, we didn't actually get that last bandit camp. That's pretty upsetting. Oh well. Upgrade that as I have it. Oakley dokley. And we've only 20 monies, probably because we bought another sheep. Yes. And now our village is absolutely flourishing. And we got our first batch of cabbages in, so that should keep us ticking over for another while as well. And we're continuing to clear out that. Continue clearing that out. Cool. And we should have enough then for a mule, which we'll be able to buy. Not a mule, sorry. Another ox. Now, what are we shy on? We're shy on animal produce and fruits, which we'll have sorted out. We'll have 2 vegetables. That's great. Now we just fast forward just a smidge. In hindsight, we probably could have stolen this. Continuing to get our pops up. Get another ox. Because that's actually slowing everything down. 2 units of 30. Which way are they going? I don't know what they're doing over there. Oh well, whatever. Leave them to their business. To get those pops up. We'll buy that, and we'll get an armor. And that'll give us some decent cash in a bit. Still 7 lambs. We can start making clay. Where are they going towards? I'm very confused as to what their plan is. I'm actually going to try and steal that. If I can. These guys a little bit of XP. That would be quite nice. Yeah, if I can steal that, I'll be pretty contented. They must have beaten one of the units there, but I don't know why they're dicking about so gormlessly. Is their pathfinding bugged? Or is it just that they expect to either win or lose? I don't know, that's weird. We'll go over there in a minute either way. Let's get this up, because it's not a bad thing. We have 13 animals. We have 8 late lambs. We can buy another one then in a few minutes. We're in no rush to get the pairs. It would be nice to have them set up, but I'm not too pushed. And we'll kill what's left of them. Cool, we have a few more minutes to chill. That's nearly finished. How much do we have? 994. It's filled. Cool. That's doing its thing. 7 roof tiles. We only need 10. I might as well, now that I think about it, get a lime kiln. Not enough goods. What am I short on? Oh, are we short on? The timber situation is crazy. Cool. Yeah, he's still just dicking about over there. That's pretty weird. Yeah, I think it's just that we don't have enough ox. I think our ox are glitching out. Cool. Assign you to that. Make sure that we're actually gathering stuff there. Smithy is still doing its thing. Did we accidentally press a button? No, we didn't. Oh, because this isn't finished building. Cool. Keep sending them over yonder. Clay is fine. Fishing. Let's go fishing. When you... There we go. Nice. That's still being gathered. We have 6 months of food. Cool. Eight sheep and they will multiply at an alarming rate. The Welsh will get at them. Do we upgrade this joiner's burger's plot? And I want to get that up. Why is this glitched out? Why is this being weird? Send these guys over here. Alright, now they should attack me. Push forward, kill them. Nice, good job, lads. Take all of your shit. And then send to the nearest town. See if we get anything nice. We don't get fuck all, really, but we probably bought the last of our sheeps. Do we have any more bandit camps? Nope. Okay, send them back there. Buy another ox when we get a chance. We're still selling a bunch of shit. $630 is what I need. We're ways away from that, but priority now is getting our production lines actually back up and running. And how are we? 100 and something spears. Let's change from spears over to that. And we'll be getting carrots next year. Assign you to that. Good job. And then another thing then that I want to do. Cool. So carrots are growing. Trees are slowly but surely starting to sprout. We're still gathering a bunch of stuff there. We can actually put another guy into that just to max it out. $41 clay left. Good job. Yeah, we're pretty much getting the iron ore done as soon as it comes in. In fact, let me up that just a smidge. So we're actually producing an insane amount. Pretty much as soon as it gets into the warehouse, we want it to be turned. Cool, that's all going great. Our bottleneck is actually just getting this out of the ground and into the warehouse. But I don't think there's really an answer for that outside of getting another warehouse over here. But then that slows down this chain. So, there's ways and means around this. We'll figure it out. They're all built nice. Some herbs. I don't think they do much yet, but still nice to have it. Another thing I'll do here is clear out these trees so we continue to get the meadows bonus. Because sometimes it doesn't quite properly clear the trees. Still 50%, that's fine. Another ox to keep all of our supply chains going. Put you in there to make sure we keep getting timber. Planks are starting to go up. Excellent. These guys are actually gathering firewood again, so we're selling that as well. Clay is nearly finished. That just never really took off. So let's get both of you guys out of there. 2, 3. And I did say I wanted an armor, didn't I? Yes. Armorer's workshop. Good job. And let's crank this up as well, so we have 200% labor speed. So that should give us more iron ore that we can feed into this. Armorer's workshop, we get helmets so that our guys will be even better. How are we fixed? And we can start looking at getting a manor set up. Now, where's a good hill? This is a nice hill. Plot that out. Close that, and now we need to start going ham on the timber. Timber! Okay, cool. Let's build another... And then we'll have a small little bailey outside of it there. 480. We're fixed, we're doing great. How are we then on tools? I'm actually going to crank up the production a small bit. Seeing as we should be... Yeah, we're starting to get our iron ore up big time. And that's nearly finished. 24. We'll leave the fish for like a while. We'll figure out if that's going to be good enough. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. 5. Now that's maxed out the apiaries, which is great, and I can actually get set up to start selling honey. And then animal pens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 animal pens. Ugh. And I'll have to decide what I want to put in them. It's probably not going to be pigs, because we're going to try and max out this for the fruits and veggies. Nearly have enough for that, and we're going to start swimming in food now as well. We've 8 months worth of food, carrots, cabbages. We've some apples coming in as well, which is huge. And the only thing we're going to be shy on now is... let's get you there, keep you there. Animal pasture. Alright, we have a manor at long last. And are we looking at timber? We have 5 timber left over. That's continuing to do its thing. Let's grab another lumber camp over here. And then we'll just get our pears ready to go. Usually I go 5, but I actually think just going for the 4 veggie and orchards is actually more than enough. And then we got pears. Magnificent. Mag-fucking-nificent. Look at us go. Oh, and we have enemies. And we'll be good to start producing helmets then shortly. Stop running. Block 4 ranks deep. Plop them over there. Logging camp is done. Let's max that out so we can start building up our manor. We have loads of planks. It's fantastic. Let's actually... yeah, no, let's leave that for now. Keep it doing its thing. We have loads of both iron and iron ore coming in. Let's plop you here because we'll probably meet you in a second. Deep. Good, they're there. Do we have some guys with helmets in here? Yeah, look at them with these little cute, almost little cute kettle hat. Start pushing forward. Now that we've absorbed the charge. And the other kind of ability you have is to give ground. So you can start pushing back so you can catch them in... if they're attacking in tight formations. You can push them back and then get them surrounded and ideally get them to break sooner. Unfortunately, the morale system isn't fully implemented yet, and it kind of shows. And once we get a few more pound in our pocket, once we've this taken, let's put that into my treasury. We only got 84 out of it, but that's fine. Run back here. Good job, lads. Good job. And we're making bank again, slowly but surely. Do we have honey? Yes, we do. They're planting the pears. I think the ideal, and it seems like they're going in this direction. And the plan after this is, at least from what the developers are saying, oh, we actually need to build more houses. Nice. Double burgage plot. How are we fixed? No sheeps yet, so there's no rush on getting that produced. they're going to redo the construction system, so you actually need to like build specialist builder units for certain projects. I believe like the manor. Our timber production is not great. Livestock, plop you in there. Good job, lads. And how many helmets are we in? 7. Get out of there. Good job. 12 more clay left. We're firing our way through this here. And then we'll build up our next little village, I reckon. Cool, we've actually maxed out their population. That's fantastic. We have some iron parts. Let's actually build a boiler. Because we'll get some crossbows. Another horse. That built up. How are we looking for our food situation? Is fantastic. We're just shy on getting our sheeps up and running, which will hopefully get up and running in the next couple of years, and likewise we'll have some more pairs and stuff like that, so we're actually doing a-okay. We're just going to leave that for like 6 months to a year before we go anywhere near it, so we have more fish. Clay is nearly exhausted. And our roof tiles are fine. How much do we have in the bank? Not much, so we're not going to bother too much with that. And we'll build a few more houses then when we get an opportunity. We have 12 timber. 8. How much planks? Let's actually stop producing planks for a second until we can get a backlog built up, and then we'll move over to build up the manor. I reckon. We're still making plenty of money though. Still only 10 lambs. I believe they take a year to grow, but I forget. Our baby sheeps. $30 timber. And that's the mining pit gone. We'll wait until they actually gather that and then we'll delete it so it's not taking up any of our tools. And what was it else I wanted to... Boyer, yes. Start building up our crossbows. And we should fly through our planks as well. Get you out of there. Our people aren't particularly happy, but that's okay. Start producing those crossbows. more houses. Three more houses. A little bit of space inefficiency, but that's fine. I'm not too pushed. Pop that over there. Put that down there. Nice. And then we'll start looking at farming related shenanigans. We still have 5 more. We might as well just plop them in here. 61 timber. Nice. And then we can get you built up. Nice. Build a city planner. Now, why is that saying that it doesn't want to build? What? Look at that. Cool, plop that down there. Plop it down there. Down there. Boop to swoop. Cool. Alright. Neat. Cool. Commit. And there we go. We have a nice little manor built. Getting ready to be built up. That should consume a fuckload of our resources, but that's okay. And look at our little village grow. It's going. It's going super fast. 999. We're still building up our armory. Is still doing stuff. Loads of cabbages. Plenty of carrots. We're all out of pears and stuff. But we will have enough money in the bank now to start looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. So that's 5 apiaries, 5 goat sheds, and then I think, do we go chickens or do we go... We want as many different food types as possible. And how are we looking then on sheep? We're actually getting sheep now. So we can build up. We want our... Our weaver's workshop, sorry. And how are we fixed then for clay? We're all out of clay. Magnificent. We can get rid of you and replace you. Get rid of this. And we can buy another... two. Oh, do we actually have too many? That's pretty funny. And we can plop just another one of these then down here. Oh, where is this? There it is. Plop that down there. Cool. Cool, we have a nice little industrial area over here set up. We have more people coming in over here, which we'll decide what we want to do with. 6 sheep, 4 lambs. Our orchards are starting to build up. Yeah, everything is going great, and we have some... We'll start getting money in the bank once we have our manor built. Then we can start expanding. Fast forward this shit a small bit. Yeah, and our timber and planks is looking a little bit depressing, but that's okay. Actually start selling our honey as well, because we can't use it for anything yet, which kind of sucks. I really would wish that they'd export. We just want 0 of that, and we can export that. We want 0 of that. We're not even going to buy that, because I don't think we need to buy... And we'll see how we're fixed then after that. As for this... I think that's most of what we want to do here done. Yeah, when we're getting this produced here. Excellent. Let's look at that manor grow. I will try and get this church up soon, though. Did we ever build the lime kiln? No, we never built the lime kiln. Lime kiln. No, we don't have enough. We don't have enough bits and pieces for it yet. Because we only want a little bit. We're starting to run low on stone, but we will get some yarn now in a second. Yep, that's good. They'll start multiplying. What are those fields? So these fields here are... We have carrots, we have cabbages, we have pears, and we have apples. Milky Way. We'll start producing rye at some point. Actually, I should probably start marking that out. Aha! Rye fertility. So we have a couple of areas here where we can start producing some rye. Which... Morgan. Morgan. How are you making fields for these houses so big? Basically what I'm doing is I'm sketching out, I'll just show you very quickly. I'm sketching out the size I want for it. So I can do that. And then with a little bit of finagling, I can make it like that, basically. Because otherwise, if you do it wrong, you end up with... What would be a good example? What's a good example of doing it, of messing it up? Otherwise, you have even more. It's just getting used to... It's basically fighting with it until it works. But yeah, you sketch out how you want to do it. There was an old way to do it. There's... Tacticat does some good videos on it. Where you can set up like super efficient farms and stuff like that. It's very pretty. Look at it. It's so pretty. Completely ahistoric. We can take a stroll. With my manor. It's slowly but surely getting a bit... We can take a stroll through the town. Whereas most of our housing is still in tier 1, unfortunately.
Vegetables, get your daily dose of greens, healthy and hearty.
And I sacrificed a much easier early game for a much more fluid late game. How's he doing it? Return to the saw pits. The children yearn for the saw pits. Can I fit? Oh my god. No, I don't fit! Too fat with a PH. Head into the church. Bit of mass. It's so pretty. I kind of build stuff around the churches and the manor, usually. But I wanted my manor to be kind of standalone. Where are the slums of Endertown? I don't know where the slums would be. I'll probably be upgrading all of these into top tier stuff because we have the rich iron deposit. Clear that with influence, please. Yes, please. Thank you. We actually struck gold with the iron deposit, honestly. Cool, send you it there. And we'll have some rye here. Rye. I might get a third one here, actually. Morgan. There we go. And we'll get another Morgan here. Cool. And then we can build a farmhouse. I guess the slums will probably be over here for a while, because it takes longer to upgrade everything. Oh, and I need to make a challenge later. Remind me before I finish up to make a challenge for Wednesday's gig. Get some chickens. Get some chickens. And then we have no more money for chickens. No, we have no more planks for chickens. And we'll finish this guy. These guys can finish chopping down all those bits and pieces. Oh, I forgot about you. Go. Look at our soldiers. Look at there. Some of them have shiny hats. We're making it in the world, folks. Look at them go. Fight them for the Province Trust. I don't have enough troops. And I don't have enough money. If I got a full retinue, I'd think about it. But unfortunately, I don't have enough of either. Plus, it's not that super valuable for me. Is that Grandma on the front line? Yes. There she is. Where she belongs. In the trenches. Fighting that good fight. Look at us, we won. We're so cool. Get out of that. Is there any more? Yeah, we'll start moving over here and we'll start getting the food production going ham over here. I think is the plan. So we took a region. Belongs to my treasury now. We have a little bit of money. We can use that money to buy a retinue, buy more retinue. Cool, and there's only one more region left, and that's the stone deposit. But hopefully we get attacked by the raiders. If we get attacked by the raiders, we'll have enough to be able to claim that, and then everything after that then is just fighting off the NPC. Cool, run over here, get back to where you need to go. We nearly have our fish deposit back up to full. Cool, send you back in there. And how are we looking on food? We have only 4 months worth of food, which is interesting. But what food do we have? Oh, I never collected the berries! I'm so silly. To gather the fuck out of those berries. Cool, it's doing its thing. Right. Right. Cool, and when that's finished building, then we'll be happy out. We'll grab that. The horse. Cool, stables are up and running. And I don't think we'll need another one for a while. Why not one big field? Because you want to rotate it out. And it takes too long to plough. So you're more likely to not... Generally you want it to be about a morgan. And you want it as square, as kind of rectangular as you can. Because like as far as I know, at least this is what they were saying in the Discord. The historical fields would look something like that. Long and thin and about a quote-unquote morgan. And you'd have like a dozen of those laid out because it was easy for the ox to go up and down. Because everything had to be done by the oxes had to plough the fields, remember? People didn't plough their fields by fucking hand because they're not insane. Or their insanity was at the very least muted. And our manor is continuing to be built up. Neat. How are we fixed actually for... Let me improve this efficiency just a smidge. 200%. Let's see if that helps any. Makes sense. And this they spent a shitload of time looking up sources for how the fuck they actually plowed their fields. This dude is a massive fucking history nerd. He initially wanted it to be kind of ambiguous as to where the game is set, but I think he settled on like some part of Germany. Several says Germans. Okay. Timber is slowly but surely starting to sort itself out. Do we have... We nearly have all of these. And we have a lot of houses needing to be finished. We fixed charcoal is not as productive as it used to be. And we have 67 crossbows. Let's start selling crossbows. Why not England? Because then I wouldn't be able to play it. It'd be against the rules. Sorry, Milky Way. Export. Let's just keep 20 crossbows spare. 20 small shields. 20 crossbows. We have it all. And we're still waiting for this to be finished building. We're waiting for everything to finish building. Jesus. And as for food, we have a bunch of mushrooms. We have a bunch of pretty much everything. We're good. And these guys are gathering all their shenanigans. Yeah, this is taking a while. I'd imagine it's because the manor is building. 6, 7. Ja. Ja, indeed. You have one poor builder? Yeah, I don't know why it's taken him so long. Get on it, sir. Get on it. Although now we have a couple more builders. Cool. And we're making planks again, so everything is working out fine. Look at how productive they are. Good job, guys. And how many sheep do we have? We have 17. Boyer shop. Let's... We need the tailor's workshop. Plot level too low, really? So we have joiners, a bowyers, an armorers, and a blacksmith. Plow that. Plenty more of that to go around. And we're still making helmets. Upgrade that. Cool. And we have 10 more families waiting to move in. That should be finished now in a second. We have 3 families now. New families into the burgage plot. Nice. Yeah, ideally I should have gone for the clothing. But we forgot. And we're just waiting for a year for this, for the for the shoal of fish to recover a small bit. We had 2 on it when we only should have really had 1. So we'll have some fishes with a little bit of chicken. How much hides? We have actually a bunch of hides, so we can build a tannery. They still don't have the smell mechanic built in yet. Which is a sentence that I just said in the video game. And our storehouse is slowly but surely filling up, but that's fine. Have 69% liked. Not quite 6-7. We'll get there though. Now we have 1, 2, 3. 4 and 5. Nice. Chickens. So we're getting milk, eggs. What is it? Siobhan? How do you say that? Siobhan. We just don't have any beef. We'll be getting mutton at some point in the next couple of years, but that's a ways off. I'm not really too worried about that. We have 2k in the bank. And we finally have this up so we can tax people. So I think it's at 7% tax. Because it keeps the... I think it's at that sweet spot where I can get all of the benefits. Oh. Yay. Let's kill him. The student church. So we need a tannery. Look at them go. Look at them, they have so many shiny hats now. And now we just push them off. Good job. And this is the last region. And we'll probably put that into our treasury and invest in more retinue. Treasury now. Cool beans. Cool, invest in some skill, no you. IMO. How are you, Amelia? Ant game? Yes, we're playing Ant game. Look at how pretty my little village is. What would you rate my village out of 10, Amelia? Yes, yes. Cool. And get them out of there. Nice. Oh, we nearly have... We'll just keep raising some money.
Firewood, firewood.
And let's build another. Cool. Build that up there. I'd rate them 6 out of 7. Yay! You did the thing. You said the thing. Good job. I'm proud of you. I still don't fully understand the 6-7 thing, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think this is me getting old. Oh, that's perfect. I'll have a look in a minute. And I'll figure out what way I want to do everything. That's that fine. Neat. Back into the new year. How many years in are we now? We're year 5. We probably could be building up this stuff a little bit earlier. If I'm being entirely honest with you, I'm a little bit behind. I'm like a year behind what I should be, I think. Burgers plot level 1. We have 80 yarn. It's time to spin a tale. And then we'll get some fishes and we'll be fucking set and sorted. Okay, we can move this. Let's move this slightly further out. Cool. Pop that down there. Cool. And then we can build a tailor. How many houses do I have? 29. I can justify really one more house. And how much leather do we have? We have 22 leather. Nice. Tailor's nearly finished. And how many sheep do we have? We've 10 sheep and 15 lambs. Mag-fucking-nificent. There's the yarn. We still have some more gas in that tank. Claim that. And how much food do we have? We have 5 months worth of food, and that'll start skyrocketing then in a minute. Don't think he's going to contest me. Send these guys over here. Kill this again. Take the money. Look at them go. Look at them go. We don't have a shield, a flag bearer though, usually. Usually we do. Dramatic. They have shiny hats though, so that helps. We did it. We won the battle. And now if they want to expand, we'll have to wait either for raiders to show up, which I'm sure they will at some point. And then this is in my treasury. Good job. And how are we on resources? 1,000, that's fine. No. Cool. They should all start filtering out. Look at them go. They're zooming. Go forth, my little ants. Alright, so that's going to be finished. It's not ideal, but it'll work fine. Now we have 8 of them. That is fine. And then we just want a lime kiln to upgrade the church. A very little industrial district over here, which is super close to the storehouse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 chickens. We'll build one more house for a larf. Or build 2 more, why not? Cool, pop them down there. We just need to build a butcher then once we have enough sheep. Which we're a ways away from just yet. 7. Let's get like 100. 50 and 50 is probably the way we'll do it. But the sheeps are multiplying. It's going to be fine. Oh, and we probably can upgrade our retinue. Cool, we have all 24 of them now. Our fully kitted out retinue soon. Trust. And how many more helmets do we need? We nearly have everyone with a helmet as well. We just want 20 mortar. And we can put you in there. Good job. 4 families there just to be able to gather up all of that stuff. We can build a windmill. %, cool. Neat. We're near running out of that deposit, that's fine, but 2 men in there, 2 in there, and then we got it all. Nice. And that should make everyone super duper happy because we'll have a bunch of fish, we'll have a bunch of mushrooms. Everything is going marvelously. Yeah, we should have a good few more months worth of food. We can start looking at upgrading all of these guys here because we want them to be super productive. Get you out of there. How are we fixed? Trade. Let's go buy that. Import. Just have 20. Cool. That's only going to cost us, what, 120? And we can always buy more then and upgrade the manor. Yo, look at that, we got a windmill. Okay, they're actually attacking them again, which I'm not too pleased about, actually. I would much prefer... How are we actually fixed? 48%, 43%.
Come what
Cool. They're going to be attacking them, which means they get the influence, which I'm not pleased about. I could really do with the influence right now. But we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. How many sheeps? 30. And we have loads of clothes. There's just a little bit of that is shy. What am I missing over here? Meats, fishes, and animal produce. Well, we'll have loads of carp. And that should give us enough time to get eggs and milk and stuff like that back up. So it's a curiosity why you're struggling there. Go 10. Perfect. I think tariff everyone to start wars if your population will be pleased. I think that's how it works. We'll do it bigly, I reckon. Oh, they're actually trying to attack me. The fucking noobas. Well, let's finish upgrading what we can here. Five, 6. More 10? Or are we shy? We nearly have all of them upgraded, that's fine. I could have gone for mercenaries either, but this will probably be okay. This is being Myrta. Martella, sorry. Alright, time to go to war with the Baron. I want this actually to be over pretty quickly. But we'll just wait a second for everything to finish doing its thing. Cool, get that upgraded. Oh! There we go. Church is upgrading. That'll make everyone much happier. And then once we have all of these guys upgraded, we'll start setting up our other town for barley and stuff. But we'll see if we can get all of our guys upgraded. But yeah, we should be able to beat these guys pretty handily. We'll wait as long as we can before we send our dudes in, just so we can get the last few scraps of population build up. But as you said it, we have begun a war. 1, 2, 3, 4. All spears, okay. Okay, we got more people. We nearly have everyone with helmets. That is being built up. Good, good. Okay, we have 4 people left over. That's nearly finished being built. This is happily doing its thing. And we got the last few of these guys ready to be upgraded. I think that's everyone. Okay, cool. We might get another few people set up and ready to go. They're all moving over this way. That's still being cleared out. Cool. One less. We should fly through that produce, though. 30. Just wait another minute. We can get like 2 more people, I reckon, before we run out of steam. Technically, I'd need 2 months to get this, but people are not happy just because I've jumped into this without getting a brewery set up. So they are pissed, and I'm taxing the fuck out of them. This will be fine. Fuck it. Move ball. Get everyone into position over here. This is probably the best place to get set up. Crossbows are getting ready to go. Don't think they have any ranged units, at least. Oh no! Cool. They should kill them pretty quickly. Spread out a small bit, shoot at will. So that's 1 unit down. This will be 2 down now in a second. Cool, they're beating the shit out of them. Nice. The charge in on them. Excellent. We won. We won the war. We're so epic. Cool. Neat. We lost a few people, which is unfortunate, but these things happen. And then we need to put these people into the church so that we can continue building everything up. We have loads of clothes. We're great. Money is starting to go up. $29, $30, $30. Yep, we're still building that up there. Wool is running low. We have 100 clothes. Let's bring that down. Trade. Let's go commodities. Clues. Export. Let's go 50. We won't have much excess, but it's no harm to get rid of the majority of the excess there. Yes, we won the war. We're epic. Loads more chickens. Food-wise, we're doing great. %, that should just carry us over. Or we can go 5% of our food goes to the tithe, which should keep the church nice and happy. And that'll build us up so we can start taking more territory. Slowly but surely getting places here. And in fact, let's build a bakery. I don't need the fancy bakery, just because it's not worth it. We don't have enough. It's not worth having a single family taken up doing that. Let's get more goats. Goats are probably better than... And how are we looking actually in sheeps? Loads more sheeps are coming. The age of man is over. It's the age of the sheeps is upon us. Cool. Communal oven will be done now in a minute, and that'll be even more foods. Not much, just enough. Cool. Come to that. We can get 2 more families in as well, so we're nearly there. And we just need 1 more to max out all of our troops we currently have, of which they nearly have all their helmets. And this is pretty much done. Marvelous. And we'll have a fancy, brand spanking new manor as well that will just slowly build up. We're in no rush for it. And on top of that, up the swoop. Sheep. Cool. Awesome. Loads of carrots, plenty of pears, plenty of apples. How are we fixed on this? 48. Let's actually start clearing all of the... Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I can just do this. And how are we fixed actually now on it? Still 48, that's fine. We'll just keep clearing through this forested area, because again, I want this mostly to be meadow. Cool. And then we have loads of money. And we still have no taxes. 34, 34. I'll upgrade that then in a minute. Doesn't do anything except for aesthetics, if I'm being entirely honest. But man, does it look pretty. Look at it. The little mans. Plenty of clothes. Crossbows are selling off. Large shields are selling off. Okay, now it's the time to start looking at over here. We'll actually wait until spring and then we'll set up over here. I do want to see what... Emmer... Barley is the main one that we need to worry about. So we have a patch here, and a big patch up here. So we'll actually set up in the middle of this all here, I reckon. And that gives us access then to all of the barley. There's a bunch of emmer around us, and then we'll be able to export the barley pretty much at our leisure. Because barley is the big thing that we need to start focusing on, getting beer up and running. Once we get the beer going, we'll be able to upgrade these and they'll become much more efficient. So we'll actually be able to finish everything that we're doing over here. But we have seemingly maxed out our population. And then the last thing then to get set up, which we'll actually prime for now, is a butcher's. And that should be all of our basic food needs sorted. And that's basically our first town in this build done. With the exception of just getting the manor more or less finished, which will get slowly but surely done. I think it's actually faster just to build all the bits individually rather than doing an entire build all at once. Yeah, everything is actually going fucking epically. Very, very good. Now, on our tier 2s, what are our exact needs? It's literally just booze. That is all we're short on. Oh, we're slowly building that up as well, so we could theoretically... honest to goodness, we could theoretically just take the entire map as is, I reckon, with mercenaries. But we're not going to do that because that's boring. Now we're in January. Now butchers... Now we actually have to watch this like a hawk because otherwise we'll be in a spot of Buddha. Go 50. Go 50. And we can export an awful lot of bits and pieces here as well. Now for over here, which I need to keep an eye on, what's our... BM Quim? Is that BM Quim? Yes. Maybe it doesn't... Anyway. Nearly spring. I forgot to use this. We have like 50 bread. And that's done. There we go. And we have run out of iron. Not for long, we haven't. Tide's given away. We have 1k. Yeah, we could probably just win this. But we'll actually wait a little bit. Ideally, I'd wait for the next raid to hit me before I go for it. Let's leave that for now. Put you back in here. Use the last of our rubble stone. We have a load of leather. Last one there. Nice. I think the raid should be hitting this year, isn't it? It's every 2 years, I think of it. Yeah, it should be hitting now in the next few minutes. So once the raid hits, we figure out where the hell we're... Needs maintenance, huh? Commit. Cool beans. 2. Nice. Yeah, it should be around now it hits, right? Can't remember if I set it to 2 to 3 years. The way to get around this would just be to hire mercs. But I would sooner not have my entire village burned down, to be honest with you. And it will take a while for this to finish building. We could just chance building it now and see what happens. Because I want to. The likelihood of them getting super close to here is slim. Plop this down here. Plentiful. Cool. That built up there. We need the animals. And we'll need this. Cool, that's enough food and stuff. Pop that down there as well. Close. We should only need 3 houses here. We don't actually need to invest all that much in like spears and swords and stuff. So don't bother. Cool. And then, cool. Order a cow. Don't have a cow, man. And we'll try and get this set up and ready as quickly as is humanly possible. Cool. Just go 5. 5 regular houses. Start clearing this out as quickly as we can. Neat. And over here is doing grand. And what I'll do here as well is I should be able to just buy rubble stone, right? Import. Let me go 50. I don't need to buy the supplied route. Alright, we have in fact bought all of the helmets. Or we've built all of the helmets. Now is the time to start getting ready for the tier 3 shenanigans by building mail. And that's probably the thing we're going to start selling, because everyone has a helmet. And they're still looking for beer, but I literally cannot produce it yet, so. And we'll just wait until this is all ready, done. But we're in a pretty centralized position, so. Three houses there. That should keep us carried over for a while anyway. Everyone should be pretty happy. And we can always import tools and stuff like that in exchange for the barley that we're going to get. But like, I don't need this place to be... I mean, ideally it would be huge, but I don't need it to be huge. Clear out as much of that as possible. Cool, get that done. Well, well, well. Got a person. Let's get you in there. Fine. That's fine. Put one of you in there. That's grand. And we have loads of iron ore. And we have plenty of rubble stone now as well. And we can just keep this endlessly going. Costing us a little bit, but we'll be okay. And I'm going to go for another 30 minutes, so we'll probably get this town set up. And then we'll call it quits. Fix 7 months of fuel, 5 months of food. Let's plop you down here, because I will need this. Where is it? There it is. Then we'll put down the church. It's a grand central spot, so I'm in between all of the good barley areas, which is really why I'm doing this. I pretty much don't need anything else. So I can keep everyone like tier 1 until I get greedy. Let's get this just so I have it. Where is it? There it is. The water is obviously going to be a little bit mushrooms, bread, and we have a small bit of meat. In fact, let's connect this. Along the hill. Just in along the foot of the hill there. Because I think it looks pretty. And we have another person in. That's fine. Is this still growing? It's still growing. And how are we looking then for environment? Only 2% is considered trees. Which is a lie. I can't believe the video game would lie to me. Cool, so now have around that way. And then we'll actually get the stone gatherer. We'll just put it here because it's convenient. Once, and then we'll also get a woodcutter over here. Plop you in there. Plop you in there. Plop you in there. We still have a few more months, so we'll get more people in. And then we should have enough then for the church then in just a moment. Yeah, I'm not going for... I'm just trying to get this set up so I can start getting the barley and then transporting it over to the next town. But yeah, my major concern is trying to get... enough. Get all 3 of them going. Just chop down all that shitty wood. And we will need to import some regular bread on top of the rye bread we have to guarantee we can get to tier 4. And I think we'll actually go mostly for pigs here. Because we have salt. So we can export sausages as well. So that's also really good. We just have a bunch of things we can send over. And all the nitty gritty stuff that we don't really care too much about, we can just... We can have some pretty big towns here, given this was our starting area. Commit to building that. Nice. Everyone seems pretty happy. We can get more people. Put down there. Eat. And we can actually move this over yonder. Now that's slowly but surely starting to get cleared out. That's all good. And we're starting to run low on fuel. Back going here. Mag fucking magnificent. Still weird. That this doesn't seem to count as woodland area. I'm not going to complain though. Just keep clearing this all out. Grab a little bit more of this. Grab that. And we should be, we've 4 months worth of food, so we're good. That's shrinking, we can, yeah, you're fine. It's growing. Do we have much stone? Two little shrines in front of the church. Excellent. Now, how are we fixed and what way do we want to go about this? Stone, clay. Both of these are upgraded, that's good. And people are incredibly happy right now over here. 64. I don't really need much more. Call that quits. Now we have 4 people over capacity. Now we're having to trek quite a ways to get this, but I just want to get rid of all of these resources so that I don't have to worry about them anymore. But we do have 4 people. You're still gathering that. Still have a bunch of this. We have a backup there. Let's... Now, let's get up a trading post, I reckon. Not a storehouse, a trading post. Pretty close to where I want everything to be. We have it connected up to the main road, so we're all good on that front. But we will also connect it over this way. Nito Dorito. Trade. We want to get rid of the hides. Or the pelts, sorry. Export. 0. We don't want any of that shit. That should give us just enough money to buy pretty much whatever we need. Oh, we're still clearing out all of this area here. 3 more food. First year is going to be a little bit rough. There's nothing I can really do about that right now. Small game. We still have some mushrooms. Let's start prepping for all this stuff though. Another person in there. We can afford to keep doing this. And then next year then we can start looking at getting barley going. So let's start getting that ready to go. We want a Morgan. So Morgan, yep. Morgan. Another Morgan. Cool. And then plop a farmhouse down here. And then, while we're at it, we can get veggies set up here. Plop you over here. This will be another vegetable patch. When that finishes building, pop you down there. Barley. Barley. Cool. Now that's our first set of barley done. Let's get this done. Let's get another one in there. Got another ox. They're going to be very important here. Now we might be running a little bit low on food. But we should just about be keeping up on top of it. We'll wait until we have a little bit more money and hopefully next year we'll be in a slightly better spot. We'll wait until this is done. In fact, let's just go 1 on that. We might lose a few people. I'm unsure. Doesn't really matter. 46, we nearly have all of that gone. But yeah, we need to get veggies here ASAP. Or something that we can trade. For small game. We're just about keeping on top of everything. Nearly done. Yeah, we just need to last the year. Not enough goods. No, we can definitely stop that. Yeah, there's no need. I think we'll have enough lumber forever. Pretty much. How are we fixed over here? 30 mail plate. We need like 60. These guys sit up over here. We should be swimming in timber now in a second. So we are. Get that up. Get that up. We're pretty much out of food. Once we survive this first year, we'll be fine. Vegetables. This is a priority. We just need to last one more month. Come on, we're nearly there. That built up. One food. And how much do we need then to get this? I'll actually sell lumber planks. Export. Leave it at 100. 100. There we go. Family is hungry. Just in time. Literally just in time. Holy fuck. That was remarkable. That's remarkably close. Nearly there. Oh, we're so close. That's fucking disgusting. Are we out of stone? We are out of stone. Cool, demolish that. Nice. There we go. Carrots. That should just about carry us over. Cool, we're getting a little bit of food. Neat. We survived. Alright. Need some more cattle. Next year will be when we'll actually get all of this shit done. But we will immediately get up our pack mules. In preparation for this absolute fucking feast of barley that we're about to get. Alright, we're going to do this battle and then I'm going to finish stream and we will probably finish this during the week. Cool. Get that turret done. Man, they are sending the fucking spear tide after me. Cool. Everyone has their little helmets. These guys are all armored up to the nines. They outnumber us slightly, which is troubling. Yeah, there's fuck all of them in it though. We should be fine. We're better equipped. Alright, so they are marching through the town. Nice. Not a helmet to be seen. Another volley. They should immediately break. Cool. Get into position, lads. Shoot it will. Cool, get these guys then to sandwich them. And that should be them gone. That should be the W. Crossbows just go absolutely burr. Fucking got him. Plop these guys into the church. Double check my other town over here, how it's doing. Perfect. That's all going good. And we're just about on time to finish up. And we have some more carrots in. Or we will have some carrots shortly. And that should just about carry us over the winters. Excellent. Marvellous even. And we'll use the pack station by a mule. I think it's Bemmalera. Yep. Set this up. Ooh, that's spooky. Okay. That should just stall them while my actual army arrives. Oh, this will be close. Send. I want to sell barley, and I want to receive some cabbages. And that should carry me through the winter. Oh, bro. Oh, no. They burnt the entire thing to the ground. Fire. Cool. Oh dear. And then we need a corpse pit, right? Oh dear, this is grim. Need to get our shit sorted, like, immediately. We need to get this shit sorted beyond immediately. Christ. Pop you in there. We need to get you you guys need to go home. Oh man. Get this back up and running. Cool, build that back up. What a catastrophe, dude. Alright, let me fix this up and then I need to go. At the very least, we got some carrots in. Get that done. This done. Okay, we're starting to get some carrots in at least. How are we fixed? We're getting our timber and stuff like that back up. Okay. Let's get 2 back in here. You're gathering up stuff. You are getting this repaired. We need to get it repaired by the end of the year. Otherwise, we're in deep shit. Or at least just in time. Okay. Neat. That's just in time now to start harvesting this. Which will mean we'll get more food. Which will mean we'll be more than fine to survive the winters. But we need that back up. People are not happy. That's still doing its thing. Put the pack station up because we'll need that. 1, 2. Let's get these 2 chaps in here so the people are no longer miserable by being surrounded by corpses. Cool, get them out of there. Alright, once we've repaired, then we will end stream. get that repaired. Are we fixed? We still have a little bit of timber to get. Okay, we are gathering stuff. We have about 2 months worth of food. That's all of the corpses. Happy out. Okay, that's that done. Get out of there. These guys all in here. Okay, we're getting carrots. 2. Okay, we actually did it. Holy fuck. We repaired in time, but people are not happy. And we're out of fuel. Apparently. Okay. $61. Pack stations back up. We don't need that. Just keep chopping down the timber. How many animals do we have? 4 ox. That's fine. I don't really care about over there right now. That is not my priority. My priority now is to get this all done in time for harvest. Although it seems we're going to be okay. Yeah. We have a lot of fuel.
Meat so tender, you practically melt. Your fresh meat here, no finer cuts in all the land.
Still 3 more houses. Repair. Nearly done. We're nearly back to where we were. Alright, we need to probably leave a mercenary squad here than to mind this. At least for the foreseeable. September. Repair that.
Get your meat here. So fresh it's practically still milling.
Okay, that's all repaired. That's about to be repaired. Okay, now we've basically gotten ourselves back to where we should be. And now we can start exporting barley. Which means over here we need to get malt house, and then we need our last we need actually one more single plot house. Just plop that down there. And now we're good. Okay. We did it. Fuels? But we have fuel. Whatever. I don't know. This should keep us afloat anyway for a while. We have a bit of pork. We have some carrots. In fact, we can start getting this mine over here set up in a minute. No, we won't do that now. We'll do this probably Thursday. Save game. Create new stream. Stream. Cool. Alright. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.